right, you are back with comedian David Boyle, and I'm quitting alcohol. I find myself fantasizing about buying a bus, decking it out with everything, a fucking sink, a shower, a disco light, some fluffy pink panels, and just fucking off. Just hitting the road. I can picture it now. Me, the wife, couple of kids in the bus. We'll homeschool them in the bus. I'll start fire twirling. Every night after fire twirling, I'll do a little gig for whoever's at the campsite we're staying at, or even just the family. I'll kill every night, I know. A listener of this podcast has done that. He's got a fucking bus, and he's out there with his fucking lady, and they are just touring around Cape Tribulation all around Australia, just loving life, enjoying it. I've been scanning through his Instagram, and it looks fucking great. The only problem with this plan for me is I know I have the capacity to buy a piece of shit bus. I know I can do that. I'm comfortable with that. I know I can buy a hunk of shit that needs a ton of work on it. I know I can buy the shell of a bus, but I think that's where my capabilities end. I just don't think I would get through the build. By the time I have the shower installed, I've racked up a debt of like $80,000 to get this bus on the road. I feel like if I make that move, I'm just going to end up with a shit bus that I can't get rid of. A monument to broken dreams. And I don't know how rugged I can be anymore. I might need the full Maui camper van with a satellite on it, which is basically a cruise ship on wheels. That's what I might need. And I know this for a fact. Even if by some miracle I got the bus, I did the build, I decked it out, I convinced my wife to pack up our shit and hit the road, I know 100% by the time I hit Canberra, which is about 500 k's down the road, I will have realised I've made a big fucking mistake. Me driving, everyone yelling in the back, no one wants to listen to my music, no one wants to hear my stories. And then you realise on the drive, Australia is a fucking boring place. It's mainly long roads of nothing. And then every single country town you stop at, you think it's going to be exciting, but it's more like a post-apocalyptic Mad Max nightmare, where you're fearing for your and your family's life just walking down the street. And when you roll into town, everyone just automatically judges you because you decided to paint the bus glossy pink. Anyway, I'm just looking at my options. I'm looking at any option available. A yacht? A yacht is still on the cards. I mean, I'd have to buy a piece of shit one and build it myself, which could become another monument to incompetence and hubris. Alright, but we're not here to listen to my daydreams today. What we're here for is Fucked Up Friday. Some people in the world can enjoy their life, and I want to inspire those people to go as hard as they possibly can on this on this giving up alcohol podcast. I got sent in a great story from England this week. I love this story. It's actually how I feel at the moment. Just fuck it. I'm doing it. The listener wants to remain anonymous, but thank you very much for sending it in. So here's the Fucked Up Friday story for this week. It actually made me fucking jealous, this one. Okay, here it is. It started on a Friday but continued for a few days after. Can you leave my name out, please? Yes, I can. This happened about 5 years ago. I still lived with my parents at the time. I'm calling it early, but I have a feeling you might be back with your parents at some stage during your life. I'm from England and went on a session with my mates all weekend. The usual. Drank and took drugs Friday, Saturday and Sunday. I woke up on Monday. I went to work and I wasn't in a great way. Looking at my computer screen, depressed. I decided I still wasn't done with the weekend. So not really thinking straight, I booked a flight that day to Barcelona by myself. That is... Oh, I love that. I don't want to fucking be here. I'm out of here. I'm fucking out of here. I tell you who makes the rules, me. I will tell you when the fucking weekend's over. I'm going to fucking Barcelona. Does anyone have any objections? Good. That's so beautiful. You've already had a bender. And on the Monday, you're like, you know what? I feel like a little bit of a holiday. I don't think this weekend's over. I feel like I still have things to accomplish this weekend. I told work I wasn't feeling well and left early and headed to the airport. Headed to the airport. That's so fucking sweet. At this point, I just blocked out all the negative thoughts that I shouldn't do. Yeah, you got to stay positive, bro. Don't let that negativity creep. Oh, fuck, that's funny. Just blocked out all the negative thoughts that I shouldn't do this and went on the plane. I booked a flight back to the UK that evening, so I only had the day to spend in Barcelona. What could go wrong? I thought I'll be back to work tomorrow, maybe a bit worse for wear, but at least I'll be there. I landed in Barcelona and headed straight to one of the bars on La Rambla. A few hours later, I had to get back on the flight returning to England. So you only went for a few hours. This is fucking living the dream. I turned up at the airport very drunk and ended up missing my flight. Don't remember much from then on. I ended up waking up on the street in Barcelona in a doorway with no phone or wallet. It was early Tuesday morning and nothing was open, and I was trying to piece together the night before and thinking, how the fuck am I going to get out of this? I wandered around Barcelona all morning, seeing if anyone had my bank card or phone, panicking. Still had my passport though. With no money though, I was stuck in the country. I saw an internet cafe. I managed to persuade the owner to let me on, and I would pay him back later. I got on the internet and contacted my brother and explained to him the situation. He sent €300 through Western Union, and after finding a shop that does it, and after a lot of haggling, I managed to get it. At this point, I'll just say I look like complete shit. I think that's why it took me so long for someone to give me the money. My bro also bought me a flight home the next day. My parents and work kept ringing, but I kept blanking the number. So with €300 in my pocket and another day in Barcelona, I did what any sane man would do in this situation. I went back to the bars and continued to drink all day and night Tuesday. I woke up in a hostel. Fuck, I love this story. I woke up in a hostel Wednesday morning, very hungover, and had to jump in a taxi for the airport. After paying the taxi, I had €20 left to my name. So after getting through security and all the anxiety that brings, I spent my last few euro having a few beers in the airport. After landing back in the UK, I got a taxi back to my house. I found some money in my bedroom I put to one side for emergencies, paid the taxi to take me back to the city centre, found the darkest, dingiest shithole pub, and went and drank all day Wednesday. Fuck. You've got some spirit, kid. You've got some fucking spirit. This type of drinking is what leads you to this podcast and what leads you to ending up having to quit drinking. But what other way would you want it? Woke up Thursday with the biggest hangover ever and a depression to match. Went into work. Fuck, man. Strategically, you should have just taken Thursday and Friday off and said you were wiped out all week. Then you could have got 2 extra days of drinking in, and then it's the weekend again. And then it's Monday again, back off to Barcelona. I had parents and mates all ringing me, asking me where I was. I told a few mates what happened, but not the sleeping in a doorway bit. I ended up getting a written warning from work, but managed to keep my job. So after going for a few quiet ones on Friday, I ended up on a 6-day bender. And I salute you, my friend. That was a great fucking story. I enjoyed the fuck out of that. Thanks for sending it in. All right, that's it. Enjoy your weekend. I'll see you the fuck later.